Game Lore number 5 with a review of episode 8 of Outlaw Star. I'm getting tired here and trying to remember everything. But during the initial fight, the character Jean gets poisoned by the first one, by the last episode. As he's getting poisoned, Melfina straight up tells her, "I think I can heal him." And they're like, "You think you can?" And she's like, "Yes, I can. I know I can." Like, okay. So what they do is he gets into the pod with her. The really funny pod. But gets into the pod with him and her, to be exactly. She's like, "Okay, I will help you. I will heal you. But first, you gotta open your heart to me." And his ass is like, "I can't open my heart to you because I have trauma in my past." So, as his trauma kind of opens up something dormant in him, like his father's death. Well, technically, father's death, not death, but father's death. But for over 10 minutes, ponders about, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Should I help out Melfina, who needs my help? And then during that, Jim, I don't remember. The short blonde-headed kid gets a call from one of their so-called allies. Yeah, so-called allies gets a call from them. Straight up says, "Hey, Jim, we have a little situation here." And he's like, "What kind of situation?" And he straight up says, "Well, the K pirates are there to take back the ship in Melfina." And he's like, "Well, go away, fine, whatever. Go away." And it just ends communication with him. As well as the pirates were attacking them, Melfina is finished, lets him out of the pod. Again, kind of funny using the pod there. But anyways, uses the pod, heals him, gets him out of the pod. Shannon says, "Finally you're up." Jim's like, "Finally you're up." And he's like, "Jim, give me the controls." Then Melfina's like, "Wait, shouldn't you rest for a minute?" And she's like, "No, I'm good. I'm ready to go. It's just endurance now." And it's like, we all know what endurance means. If you don't, then you don't. No, shit. But anyways, during the fight, he's like, "Well, alright, we could do this. I could do this." And then as they're blasting off, one of the shit, or the whatever, the police showed up. Jim's like, "You better back off or you're going to get burned. Make sure you don't get burned." And then they're like, "Well, we don't want to get burned," so the police backed off. And then they get a call from the head of the station. The head of the station straight up says, "Sorry for me burping." The head of the station straight up says, "Jim, you have to stop or you will be arrested." To him, and he's like, "Well, I don't care, fine, I'm arrested." But before they even get a chance to do anything like that, they take off and they leave. And after that, they're like, "Alright, cool, we're good." So they leave again. Sorry, my camera's kind of, or my computer's kind of like blacking out a little bit, but that's normal when you have a laptop like this. But during that situation, they're like, "Okay, let's do this." And they fight. Jim wins. Good for him. And all three of the pirates gets eliminated. Trying not to be banned on YouTube, but let's say F for not existing. So let's use that kind of talk, that kind of thing with it, though. And then also, yeah, I think that's about it. I think, right? But it was a really good series. I mean, it was a really good episode. I liked it. It had the action. It had kind of like a little bit of a romance with each other. Jim, and Melfina had a little bit of a romance into it. And we kind of saw his father for a minute, his past, Jim's past. And yeah, it was perfect. It was a really unique story with that. And I enjoyed it. So again, let me know your thoughts and down in the comments. This is Demon saying peace out and enjoy it.